The men who would have treated me the way I wanted to be treated, I didn't want. That's just the honest truth, right? And if more people would just be honest about the fact that they have met good people, they have met solid people who would have been great partners in a relationship, but for whatever reason, it was just something about that person you just couldn't get with, and that's the reason why you didn't move forward. Most of us have met good people. That's what y'all really need to start talking more about online instead of who don't do what and what you can't get. You've met good people. Stop it. All right? And if you haven't, it's definitely something wrong with you. It's definitely something wrong with you. You are the problem if you've never met a good man. You've never met a good woman. You just didn't want them. You just didn't want them. Keep it a buck. You just didn't want them.
Facts. Most women are never gonna admit that they've met a good man and they didn't want him. Maybe he wasn't exciting at that point. Maybe he was a nerd. Maybe he didn't like to go to the club and she was in the phase where she was more into going to the clubs. Maybe he wasn't into traveling, but she was more into traveling. Because I told you guys, these days all women want to travel. And if they meet you, the type of guy, and they're asking, "Oh, do you like to travel? Do you have a passport?" And you're like, "No, I'm not a traveling type of guy." She's gonna reject you because she needs someone who's gonna be paying for the trips to Turks and Caicos. And if you're the type of guy who doesn't travel, she's gonna reject you. They have passed on good men. Now they may not realize it until 20 years later, 5 kids later. But the fact is, if she's 28 plus, chances are she has met a good guy. She rejected him, friend zoned him, sabotaged the relationship for whatever reason. She couldn't keep him. The lady's speaking facts.
And for whatever reason it was that you didn't want them is your business, but you didn't want them, but you did meet them. You did. Stop it. Right? Like, I never get jealous when I see women get online and show the stuff that they man doing for them, because I look at said man and I know if I was put in the position for said man, I wouldn't have wanted him. I wouldn't have wanted him. So it's no way for me to be jealous of what he's doing when I know that I would have passed on him. I would have passed on him. And that's just the truth. Most of the time, the people who gonna treat you right, you just don't be wanting them. And I don't know what it is to that, but that's a real thing. It's a real.
I think the issue is no one teaches them what a good guy looks like. Like, if they grow up in a household and there was no father, because the father usually can tell the daughter, "Hey, a man should treat you like ABCD, should do these things for you." But if they have to figure it out themselves, or if they have to, sometimes they have to watch their mom. They have to watch the single mom switch type of different men. So they are going to grow up with the mindset that I watched my mom switch different men. Every 6 months, she was with a different man. So the girls are going to grow up thinking that's the right thing to do. I mean, after all, my mom was switching men every 6 months, and clearly that should be fine, right? So they grow up seeing that. Guess what they're going to do when they grow up as well? They're going to do the same thing the mom was doing. But if they grew up seeing the mom staying with the dad the entire time they were in the house, and even in their adulthood, chances are they're going to try to emulate what they saw in the house. But if there's no father and the mom had different men, or even the mom has different baby daddies, so the girl has different step siblings, chances are she will never know what a good man is. But I want to give this lady some credit for taking accountability. Now, I don't know how old she is. I don't know how long it took her for her to realize that, the truth is, I had a good man and I rejected him. Because most women will die never admitting that they've met a good man. Most women that you meet are always going to say, "Oh, all my exes were bad. The men were trash. The men were toxic." If you meet 10 women, 9.5 of them are going to claim all their exes were bad, and for them they were angels. And that's something I was saying in the beginning of the show, that if you go on a date with a woman, ask her about the ex, ask her about the relationship she was in with a man. If all she does is say the worst things about the man, chances are when your relationship ends with her, she's going to say the exact same things about you. Oh, he was abusive. He was controlling. He was a narcissist. He was, what are the other shaming words they like to say? Um, he was cheap. His dick was small. If his dick was small, why did you stay with him for 3 years and have two kids by him? If his dick was too small, clearly it gave you two kids. You feel me? So for her to actually admit this, shout out to her. It's not easy. You are probably never gonna find, like I said, if you meet 10 women, 9.5 of them are going to always blame that man, the ex-boyfriend.
Thing. I'm not exempt from it. I'm sure some men who done met me and they was like, dang, she's such a dope girl, da 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 da. But if for whatever reason they didn't like me, it is what it is. That's life. But we gotta stop sitting up here and acting like you never met good people. All right, you never met a good man, never met a good one. Yeah, you did. You just didn't want them.
Facts. Do you guys agree with her? She was cooking. Most people, most women, and I'm saying most women more than I'm talking about men, because as men we have to approach. As men we have to approach. So I believe most women have met the good guy they're supposed to be with because they get approached. Think about it. You meet a woman who's 35, and let's say she started getting approached from the age of 18. So you mean to tell me, right? For more than 15 years, men have been approaching you. God has been sending you good men, bad men, tall, rich, dark, handsome, light skin, whatever, white, black, Asian. And you're telling me you couldn't even keep one, just one. You couldn't even keep half of a good man, half of a man at least. For 15 years, you're telling me God hates you so much that all he did was send you the worst of men for 15 years. How, Sway? How? How, Sway? Like, think about it. If Boogie was being approached by women from the age 18 to 20 years later, and the women are approaching me and I couldn't keep even one, that doesn't make sense. But that's what most women say. You find a woman 50 years old still claiming, oh my God, I've never met a good man. Oh my God, God sends me the worst of men. But for some reason, she has 3 baby daddies and 5 kids. So you're saying God sent you all the worst of men, but for some reason you are able to make babies with them? That doesn't make sense. Because if they're so bad, why did you make babies with them? Oh, they switched up after babies. Okay, I'll give you 1 baby daddy. I'll be nice enough. I'll give you 2 baby daddies that you couldn't see. They switched up on you. 2 baby daddies. But 4 baby daddies? You still couldn't figure out the same characteristics of a bad man? And mind you, this is her story. This is our side of the story. Because, most men don't come out to speak up at the end of the relationship. Most men don't tell their side of the story. You feel me? So, this woman was cooking. What do you guys think in the chat? Was she cooking? Is she right? This is why I was saying in the beginning of the show, for those of you who have been around since the beginning of the show, that if you meet a woman who's 28 years plus and she's been in relationships before, or she has been approached, she has met all kinds of men. So if you think you're going to be the Prince Charming, that you are God's gift sent to her, you are lying to yourself. Because there's nothing you're going to do. There's not enough amount of flowers you're going to buy. There's not enough money you're going to spend on her. There's not enough nice words. There's not enough, you are so beautiful. There's not enough compliments you're going to give her. There's not enough dates you're going to take her on to make her fall for you and stay with you for the rest of your life. Because other men have done those same things that you're trying to do, and she didn't stay with them. So what's going to make you stand out? What makes you think that finally she met Boogie, his majesty, finally she met the love of her life? No, she met several Boogies before me. For some reason she couldn't keep them. I don't think she's going to keep me either. What do you guys think about that? Comment down below. What do you think?